Welcome to another part of Dragon's Dogma 2 solo no pawns stream, and this is, I don't know, part 6, whatever it is. Currently I'm trying to kill the griffin to get myself another port crystal. That would be very nice to get. That has proven to be a much tougher task than I thought at first, mainly because I can't find the bloody thing. I know where the location is, but it's difficult to navigate through the misty mountains, marshes, whatever they are. I'm still playing mage, trying to level up the vocation to get the best augments. Nothing new there. I'm continuing directly from the last part. So if you've seen that, you basically know everything that's going on. Alright, now I know it's somewhere here, but I don't know where exactly. Because the griffin is somewhere here. Let's put the marker, maybe I can find it. Oh shit, these are enemies. Oh no, actually they are not. Only the crawling one. But pawns can take care of it. Not my pawns. Alright. Ah, there it is. I got it. Damn, first try. Unlike the last part. Unlike in the last part where I was trying to find this spot for 30 minutes. Well then. No griffin. That's strange. Usually the griffin is here guarding the bloody thing. Well, easy port crystal for me. I'm not gonna bitch and moan about that. Now let's try going to through the misty marshes a little bit more. There's a camp and some stuff that we can pick up. Ah, there it is. A bit late to the party, but I'll take it. Ah, shit. Now you decide to fly. Oh, John. Well, I did a review and a lot of talk about the game. It's mid. Not bad, not great. So I'm trying to improve the experience that I had in my first playthrough playing solo now. I don't know, it's similar. I don't think this game is similar to anything really. It has some Souls elements, a little bit when it comes to combat. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma is... I don't know, the style of the game is quite unique in its own way. Manor Lords. I don't know if I've seen that. What's that? There's some kind of a strategy? I've heard the name and maybe I've seen it somewhere, but I'm not sure what it is. Oh shit. Why is that? Why is that the most wish-listed game on the Steam right now? What's the big selling point for the game? Can you explain a little bit? I haven't checked the game out properly, so I don't know what the hype is about. But honestly, it's hype, so who gives a shit about hype? No one should. Until the game releases and shows itself. Otherwise you get griffins that can't do a damn thing, that you actually start to feel bad in a game where you hunt monsters, where you start to feel bad for killing the enemies because even early game they can't do shit to you. Yeah, I really feel bad for the griffin, man. It's a beautiful creature. I love creatures, monsters, even mythicals one, so I feel bad when killing them a little bit. Because they don't provide any challenge, they don't piss me off. They don't do anything that I would take as a survival thingy. They're basically like big target practices. Medieval city builder with real-time combat like Total War Warhammer. Oh, nice. Those games are rare. Okay. Like Total War Warhammer. Barbecue Griffin. Pretty much. Lighting my way through the darkness by lighting the Griffin on fire. A new version of Torch. Only in Dragon's Dogma. But damn, it's fun. It's fun using spells, seeing their effects demolish these enemies, but it's just a lack of challenge. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm gonna have much more issues progressing forward. But the problem is the AI of these monsters. They can't do anything. I'm having more difficult time dealing with groups of enemies like orcs and humans than I do with monsters, and that should not be the case. Why is 2024 bad year for gaming? 2024 has not finished yet. Are you a prophet, mate? Do you know what's gonna happen in the next... Yeah, we're only in April. Soldier, I love the basic sword and shield style. I mean, there will be plenty smaller games that are gonna be good, most likely. So we can't really judge the gaming year based off of a couple of games, and I mean, that's not realistic. And we don't know how the future games will be until they are released. Drachon's DOGMA. I don't know what that means, but hey Nick, you've just missed the grilling of the Griffin. Helldivers was unexpected gem. I did not play it. Yeah, it's Ubisoft. Until Ubisoft does something worthwhile. But we don't know what's the biggest game. There's the thing. You can't really know that up front. Currently, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the best out of AAA gaming, right? That's what people say. I did not play it personally, but it seems like it's been received very well. Yeah, we were just talking about Helldivers and their fucking stupid way of selling people bullshit. Telling them that you can't have transmog in Helldivers. Of course you can't, because you want to sell fucking skins, right? No wonder the game costs less. If I had to guess... I didn't play the game, but if I had to guess, the game is like... What? Beautiful shooter, co-op shooter, that's about it. Repetitive, I guess as well. But I'm just guessing. I'm not saying it can't be a good game. Probably is. But then selling it for $40 and telling people, ah, you know what? Here's something. We are going to sell skins. And you can earn those skills in game if you play the game for I don't know how long. I don't know. I would have to play the game too. I'm just talking out to my ass here, to be fair. So I don't want to insinuate things too much, because I simply don't know. But if I were to play, I would be able to dissect the system more thoroughly. But I can't. I just go I just go off on about what people have been saying, and that's never a trustworthy source. As I said, people then say it's easy to earn all of those things. See, so you have constantly... you have two schools of thought in the game. I don't give a crap what their system is. You should not sell microtransactions in a AAA game. I don't give a shit that it's an online game. People act like games are not sold after a release date, so they need more money. I mean, people... Just because dummy is pre-order, alright? Doesn't mean that games are not sold afterwards. People act like you get to a release date point and what the game sells in 2 days, that's it. That's not the case. Good games keep selling. Look at okay, Skyrim is not really good, but it's alright. Look at Rockstar games. Look at God of War. Look at... I mean, there are so many good examples of continuous sales for good games. So... I'm always against microtransactions. As soon as you add them to the game, you are changing something about it. Because otherwise microtransactions wouldn't exist. No one would add microtransactions in the game if they didn't have a purpose, right? But as I said, I'm talking out of my ass here about Helldivers 2. The game does seem from, I mean, I've seen 1 minute of gameplay and it looks beautiful graphically, looks very enjoyable to play when it comes to killing stuff. So there must be something really good going on with that game. It wouldn't be that, I mean, then again, Call of Duty is popular. So, and FIFA is popular, even better example. At least Call of Duty has something going for it. FIFA has nothing. I don't follow Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare back in the day, but only campaign. I did never bought it because I was always interested in the campaign and the story, and I stopped until I don't know Black Ops 2, something like that. That's where I stopped because they stopped making campaigns. I mean, they started actually they did a couple more campaigns, but I wasn't interested anymore. But I really enjoyed their story-driven campaign. There was some really cool shit in it. Some of the more memorable scenes, like in the first Modern Warfare, when that tank was running on the battlefield, was driving on the battlefield, and then we were crawling beneath it and things like fucking epic stuff. I loved it. Even though gameplay was alright with that dying mechanic, but I really enjoyed them for what they were. Never really played online because that doesn't interest me. But I don't know what's happening with that franchise at all. No, I haven't. How are the latest Call of Duty games? I really don't. What's the even latest? What's the name of it? Probably that Battle Royale thingy. Focus, right? I'm still trying to find the fucking camp. It's making me mad. Ha! 30%, damn. Have people finally started growing a spine? Cause that would be nice. Maybe we are on the brink of a good change, because people have been bitching and moaning about FIFA as well. I mean, they still buy it, which is the problem, but at least they have started to bitch and moan about games, which is a good thing. Ah, there's the camp. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, if I'm a little bit pissed off today, or a bit more negative and aggressive than usual, it's because I don't know. It's not a terribly good day for feeling great. Got a bit drunk last night. I'm not drunk, but we were at the pub quiz, general knowledge. Got a little bit too many beers than usual, a bit more beers than usual. So, you know how it is. Then ate fucking McDonald's at midnight, which is the worst thing ever for the stomach, for sleeping, for feeling good the next day. So yeah, it's a nightmare cocktail. Beer and McDonald's. But damn, that beer was good. Schneider wheat beer. I don't... This is, by the way, my main pawn, and he is serving me as a mule. That's about it. I'm transferring my stuff to him because I can't keep dealing with the bullshit weight management system in the game. So we are going to give everything to my fatso over there. And of course we still can't select multiple items in the inventory, which is a fucking disgrace. But you can select multiple when selling stuff. Oh, we're gonna make some money in Bug Batal. Sweet baby ink all over it. Damn. Who is Kathleen Kennedy? I've heard the name, but I don't know who that is. Can't recall. But it's Ubisoft. Why would people expect a good game from Ubisoft? That's the biggest thing I'm having issues with. I mean, it's Ubisoft. It's gonna be at least a decent game. And that's their version of great. They're gonna make some kind of a stupid world with a bunch of busy work. I mean, look, they can make it fun still, so... if they do a good job, because Ubisoft does phenomenal animations. One of the studios that has the best animations in business. So having lights, oh, you actually, there are no lightsabers, right? We are mercs in Outlaws. Something like that, right? No Jedis or things like that. She is the CEO of Star Wars IP. South Park went on town on her. Nice. Ubisoft went down the hill a long time ago. Yes, they have. E.g., put a chick in it and make her gay. Fuck, sweet baby. You can't have such a sweet name and then... although, goddamn, it's a bit of a pedophile name, is it not? Sweet baby. For a company. Or am I... or am I overthinking it? It's like having a flamethrower in my hands. You know what would be cool if we could throw Kamehameha? Burn a couple zombies. Alright, I probably will eventually. I don't really follow new stuff. And watch new stuff, to be honest. I don't know what... oh, okay, yeah, I did watch Dune Part 2 the other day. That's about as new as it gets. But other than that, I really don't watch new shows or anything like that anymore. Started watching that funny show called Fresh Off the Boat. My girl recommended it. It's a nice TV series. That's one of the best women characters I've ever had a pleasure to watch on a TV. The mom. Jesus Christ. That's how you write a fucking woman character. If you want to go down that road of a strong and independent and all that bullshit, that's how you write a character. Oh, Fallout TV show I will eventually watch, without a doubt, because it's Fallout, and I'm very... even though Bethesda made me Fallout indifferent, but, you know, I still I will always love and cherish first two Fallouts, and Brotherhood of Steel was, but never really enjoyed it that much. But it was still a decent game. And then thanks Obsidian for giving us Fallout New Vegas. Absolutely broken to shit on release, but they made it work later on. They make her out to be a feminazi who hates white straight men who only approves movies and games if there is heaps of gay chicks in it. You would say that it has potential. Okay, good. Good. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. It shouldn't be that difficult. That world is just phenomenal. It's ripe for the taking when it comes to writing style. You don't have to even change things that much. Just follow the story of one of the games. Fallout 2, for example. Make a game based on Fallout 1 or Fallout 2. And make a TV show based on the story of Fallout 1 or Fallout 2 and you're golden. There's so many fantastic quests, events, characters. I mean, you have gold there. I don't know. You don't need to overcomplicate that show at all. But we'll see how they do it. We'll see. I'm quite interested. Yeah, it is a little bit of a riff, but I love Brotherhood of Steel as well, mate. Brotherhood of Steel. Whenever you play Fallout game, you wanna see fucking those power armor bastards, don't you? Fucking being gay for good armor. I love good aesthetics in an RPG game. Alright, so what the hell? I think I've now cleared the misty bullshit, right? Let me just check the interactive map. I love those interactive maps on websites. Quite helpful. Hmm. Doesn't really show me here. 1 second. Oh, for fuck's sake. Watching these interactive maps, trying to get these interactive maps to work on a mobile phone is a challenge in itself. There we go. Let me see, just Ring of Articulacy, Gazer's Hood, we got that. Cardinal's Robe. It is dropped from a Lich. Chaos Stein. Okay, so we gotta defeat the Lich. Alright, I think we're fine. Just gotta defeat the Lich. Lich, witch, bitch. New Vegas is what Fallout should be, in my opinion. It's pretty dark with very shades of grey writing and almost no choices are good. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, mate. They really did a good job when it comes to a lot of things about Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas really felt like a Fallout game to me, while Fallout 3 didn't. I didn't mind Fallout 3. I actually liked the fact that I could now explore in first person that whole world. I think they did a decent job with Fallout 3. Come on, Lich! Let's have a battle, you and I. I don't know what Liches are weak to, but we'll test it. Yup, I agree there, mate. It just didn't feel like a Fallout game. Maybe because what you said, they didn't really nail the atmosphere, they didn't nail the writing. Oh, there's a pawn that's not mine. Mine is the fatso near me. He doesn't have a weapon, he's just a mule, so... One second, my dog is barking, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Yeah, the biggest thing that bothered me about Fallout 4, even though they improved the shooting mechanics a little bit, but the lack of proper RPG progression of the character. I mean, they just stripped everything down, which was already that kind of stripping down of and mainstreaming the game was already happening with Skyrim. I can't remember if Oblivion went step backwards in that department after Morrowind, but Fallout 4 definitely did. Yeah, it has to be very gritty, you're right. That kind of a world, you can't play it safe. You can't play it safe. It doesn't make sense. Well, fun is a subjective thing, mate, but occasionally, yeah. But the more I play, the less I do, to be honest. But then again, I'm playing a mage. I'm not a fan of the mage. Mage is just a boring profession to play in this game. But when I switch to sword and shield style, that's gonna change. I love sword and shield. Some of the best sword and shield combat and gameplay you can play, in my opinion. I don't know what this cunt is weak to be honest. It's not crap, no, definitely isn't. Thankfully, there's a lot of vocations. The diversity of the game is best is done in the best way through vocations. The best part of the game's diversity are the vocations, and leveling them and going through the challenges with different vocations does create quite a different experience. But that's where the diversity of it all stops. In first 10 hours you will be blown away by this game, but then afterwards it's gonna significantly drop. Maybe some people won't even be blown away after in the first 10 hours. Maybe you'll definitely not be blown away from start to finish. But first 10 hours, especially if you haven't played Dragon's Dogma before, you know what? I was impressed. Didn't last long, but I was impressed. Especially with the landscape and everything. It's one of the best landscapes I've ever seen in my life in gaming. It's phenomenally detailed. And aesthetically, enemies look absolutely phenomenal. Which also helps offset the tedium a little bit, because it's goddamn cool. You gotta see the dragons, man. Dragons are so... Oh, there you go, it kills himself. The brilliant AI of this game. Which is one of the biggest issues of the game in general, which is why the balancing is shit. Because these enemies, the big enemies are just brain dead. They really don't know what to do with themselves most of the time. As I said, I start to feel bad after a while killing these monsters. These some of the beautiful monsters, just because they look so goddamn good. Like especially the griffin. That poor goddamn thing can't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. They really fucked up this game so bad. I mean, it's still a mediocre game. To some, even a good game. But man, this could have been phenomenal. That's what's pissing me off. It really could have been something special. But they didn't want to put the effort in. They just went, you know what, we're gonna reuse the assets from Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen and Dragon's Dogma 1. Put some microtransactions in that are irrelevant, but we will then put the game designs in place that might incentivize buying those eventually. We are going to try to piss the players off. It's not that big of a deal. Microtransactions are not that big of a deal, but it definitely did affect the game design. To what degree, it's impossible to say. But microtransactions would never be in a game if there was no purpose for it. So it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off that they do these stupid things that develop. And they're not stupid, they know what they're doing. But I really think that they're not now just playing with their big dicks and just pissing off gamers as much as possible, because they know the gamers are too weak today to not buy their games. Most gamers, which is why they make money, right? And they know they can fucking swing their dick around and no one's gonna do a goddamn thing about it. And I think they are wrong about that, because people are starting to change their minds about some things. For like I said, FIFA is not doing as well as they did before. What else did we talk about? I mentioned some other franchise. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 has a lot of backlash. Call of Duty, what you mentioned earlier on, that it's not getting good reviews anymore. So people have starting to maybe turn the tide a little bit. That's good. But until we vote with our money, nothing's gonna change. You gotta keep pushing against these bastards, because they're not here for the gaming's sake. They're not here for your sake. They are here for the money's sake. And we are here for games, right? You and me. We want the best product possible. Is Dragon's Dogma 2 the best product possible? No. Not even fucking close. Could it have been the best version of itself? Yes. And the best version of itself would be really an amazing game. Will it ever reach that potential? No. There's no way. They don't have the incentive to do worthwhile stuff, so I don't think that's gonna change ever. It will. If they start losing money on shit, then yeah, they will. But until that happens, there's no way. 1 second. Okay, strange. So this is it. We've completed the Misty Marshes. Bane of Bones, I got that. Alright, let's exit the bastard. My 4-year-old nephew would love it. That's a good point, mate, what you said. I always end up thinking, aren't they making enough money to at least not tarnish their reputation like that? That's the thing. With more money, with more profits, come more bonuses. And then in the end becomes the money game, where executives and shareholders can bask and swim in money for the least amount of effort possible. Easy, smart money, to be honest. That's smart way of doing business. Low cost, low production costs for using assets. Improve the graphics. Every engine can be improved over time. It's not a new engine, it's the same engine, so of course the production costs there are also not that big. And then you sell the game fully priced, and there you go. It's a matter of ego. When you're successful, when you start making money, then it dilutes that necessity for creativity and imagination and having a legacy, a good legacy. They don't care about it because money dilutes everything. It affects thinking. It affects their approach after a while. Because look, when you're hungry, you're gonna be much more inclined to create something quite genius and unique, and you'll stake your reputation, not your reputation because you don't have one yet, but you want to gain that reputation. But as soon as you gain the reputation, then psychologically it's gonna affect your approach later on. First, you're gonna take a step back because you were working probably very hard to get to that point in the first place. And then you just want to kind of, you know what, I did my job, I created something well, so I don't need to be as creative anymore. I don't have the drive anymore after a couple of games. Look at Bethesda. Bethesda is the best example of that. BioWare. BioWare actually, maybe they are not the best example, but I think EA might be at fault for destroying BioWare, but I don't know. I don't know the backstory of it. So it's... for fuck's sake. So in the end, it's a matter of... Oh, great. Matter of money and power. And they're showing that. They're really showing that we can't do a damn thing to them. Unless we start voting with our money. And they can do things like Creationist Potion posted in the Discord today that about no transmog. They don't want to give transmog to players. I mean, Really, players are giving you an idea what you should have come up with in the first place yourself to help the game be better, but instead it doesn't really serve its purpose that much if you can sell skins. I mean, that's literally showing your hand, which is much stronger than the consumer's hand, and just saying, fuck you all, we're gonna do whatever the hell we want. And we will not make our game better because we have egos and we have shareholders behind us that we need to please, not you. We are not anymore the demographic that they want to please. The demographic that they want to please are shareholders, and that's done best by making games that do not cost a lot of money. For fuck's sake. I mean, look at this. I'm running around, and because of the terrible quick... It's not terrible, but because of the bad item shortcut system, I'm constantly going out of the fight by pressing pause, doing this, healing myself. There's not even an animation. There's not even an animation that would tell me that I'm using something, you know, that I'm drinking a goddamn potion in the middle of a combat. Doesn't have that. I mean, for a realistic combat approach that they're going for, and then introducing something like this, it does make sense. A lot of things do not make sense in this game. Like they are working against each other. They are trying to be good. They are trying to create something, but then they fuck it up. I just don't. It doesn't make much sense, man. But they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. When it's about money, it's about money and nothing else. That's one of the reasons I'm gonna make a video soon about that, why AAA games should cost less these days and not more, and why these production cost increase are just its effect, but it's also a lie used to convince people that they should spend more money and they should need to support the developers. You don't support the developers. You support the publisher. That's the problem. I'm certain that most developers, if they had an option, would not include microtransactions in their game. I'm certain of that. And they would give themselves more time to create a better product. Now, developers are the ones that are actually working on the games, and developers are the ones that have some pride in their work. And I'm sure that most developers, I mean, imagine yourself if you were doing a game. Wouldn't you try to make the best fucking game possible? As a gamer, as someone who loves gaming, as someone who wants to get their vision across, for people to enjoy, for people to be able to play maybe something that hasn't been done before, or maybe you have a phenomenal, unique vision that you'd love to put on the screen. I'm sure the developers really want to do their best work. Not everyone is talented, though. That's also a big factor. We can't really say that every developer is talented. That's not the case. That would be a lie. But it needs to start with a good idea. A new idea. Or a good modification of a current idea that has been used before, but it never really reached some kind of a status where it would be praised. So you modify it in a way that it would become fantastic and that people would appreciate it more. You gotta do something of your own, because this AAA bullshit with busy work and weird loot focus, it's just not holding water. And not to mention that the EXP systems that just serve no fucking purpose. Customization is Dragon's Dogma. There's no customization, basically. You just pick skills, that's it. Character progression. Now, vocation system is not bad at all. But the EXP system, the underlying system where you have, 6 attributes, look at this. defense, magic, magic defense, and that's what you change. Well, actually, you do change knockdown power and knockdown resistance too with the gear that you have equipped. But it's such a straightforward thing that doesn't add much to the game itself. If you strip the game of these elements, it wouldn't hurt it. Oh, be a smartass, John. I don't mind. You be you, mate, always. But yeah, it's not a bad game. I disagree there. It's not a bad game at all. But yeah, it could have been much. That's what pisses me off. You don't have to be a great game to be enjoyable. But it pisses me off when you do everything in your power to make it worse. When you had something special on your hands, potentially special. But it's what it comes down to. Money, lack of fucking decency, and drive to create something better, to something. Look at the progression of AAA gaming. It went nowhere almost. I mean, if someone told you, try to remember yourself in 2010. And if someone told you, yo, man, you know what, in 2025, how the games will be. There is so little progression, except for the graphics, of course. That is disappointing. But there's a bunch of progression when it comes to the ideas and quality work in indies and AA. Thankfully, they are really saving the gaming industry at this point, with a couple of great AAA publishers, but AAA developers. But aside from AAA, aside for AA and indie games, I mean, no one's really, rarely anyone is doing anything. These guys are creating such lazy fucking products. Cheap products, cheap production costs, cheap everything. And then they put in a voice actor that they overpay, usually does a mediocre job. And then call it, well, you know, we are spending a lot of money to... Well, fucking then pay someone less. It doesn't have to be a goddamn Peter Dinklage that sucked ass in Destiny to fucking... to give me a voiceover. I don't need that shit. It's unnecessary. I know there's a cave here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Ah, shit. Or Kiefer Sutherland for Solid Snake. It doesn't have to be a famous name. Do you think David Hayter was famous before? No. He wasn't. But he did an amazing job, and that's why we all associate Solid Snake with David Hayter. Give people a chance. It doesn't have to be some kind of a popular name, for fuck's sake. I'd rather give less money to a more hungry person looking for work that needs work, has some talent and wants to show off his skills. They're gonna put more effort in it. It's not gonna cost as much as well, which is gonna help with creating a game and getting more profits for the studio. And not this stupid marketing bullshit. We're gonna hire someone that has a popular name and that's the marketing of it. Why? I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. People buy that shit in the end. Hey, Deacon. Transmog fits in every game. Any fucking developer that says that transmog doesn't fit in their game is lying through their fucking teeth. There is no downside to having a transmogrification system in your game. Of course, you don't want to have transmogrification system where you can dead end curve. Okay, that's what I wanted. You shouldn't ever have a transmogrification system where you can transmog clothing in, some kind of a robe into plate armor. We're not talking about that bollocks. No one wants that. It's unrealistic. It's unimmersive. It doesn't add anything. But If I want to have a different type of plate armor with different details, styles to match my helmet in a different way, why would that be a problem? What the hell is the downside of doing that? And give me an option to customize the graphics on my armor, meaning the marks on it. Why would that be an issue? Or maybe change how my sword, if I have a sword in my hand and I want to change that sword to look like another sword, if it's the same type, short sword into short sword, long sword into long sword, double hander into double hander, why not allow that? I mean, it's just fucking textures, different textures. Okay, even the swords can be a little bit more problematic, because swords can have different animations. In that case, I can see the point. But if we are talking about armor cosmetics, there's no reason. Now, some people will say, but what about the PvP element? Then you gotta know what type of an armor a person is wearing. You are correct. And for that, I think one of the game, I don't know which game did that, I can't remember, but one game did a very, very nice job. Maybe it was even Neo. When you were playing the game, you could transmog anything. When you were playing the single player, when you were playing through the game in a single player way. But when you were fighting PvP, they changed your armor to look like the default one that you have equipped, not the transmogrified one. I mean, it's a simple fucking system. There's no reason not to have transmog in your game. Okay, one-armed Elden Ring Converge playthrough soon. Yeah, they seem to purposefully downgrade stuff, and then what Capcom is definitely gonna do with Dragon's Dogma is they're gonna release later on an improved version called, I don't know, it's not gonna be Dark Arisen probably, but I mean, look, they had Bitter Black Isle or whatever is the name is in Dark Arisen. Everyone in the comments section complimented that design, that saved the whole game, that made the game so much better. And what they do not include it. Instead, they go with a true ending, which gives you a different world, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong, the best part of the game, in my opinion. But then they give you a week to deal with it. In-game week, right? I mean, what the hell is going on in these people's heads? It's like they wanna fucking shit on the gamers. That's what I get out of it all. It's like they are just showing off their dicks and big tits and giving you know what, you can't have it. You can't have any of it. We can slap you with it. We can fucking stick it in your ear. We can do whatever the hell we want. And you can't do a goddamn thing about it. It's a power play thing. I swear they are now just fucking doing the power play thing to show how much they've actually gone, to what lengths they can actually go without repercussions. I'm sure that's part of the psychology and part of this decision making, because it fits their team to care for shareholders and their money with least amount of work, and it definitely helps, you know, when you feel all powerful and then you really show it to the people that they don't, and then they can't do a fucking thing if they want to play your game, because it's your game and you can do whatever the hell you want, because people are weak today, they will buy it. But it's not, I wouldn't say that people are weak, even though I think that they are, but that's an objective thing. I just think that people are uneducated. Because if you think before, look at our parents. Who the hell was a gamer back then? No one. Who the hell can teach new gamers how gaming used to look and how it used to be, in a way that you got a full game, there's no updates, there's no nothing, you get unlocked rewards, not fucking achievements bullshit. One of the worst things ever to enter the game. As soon as that entered gaming, I knew it. Fuck, we are fucked. Then DLCs, then achievements, yeah. We are all getting fake artificial rewards that mean fuck all. Or we gotta buy more stuff to make our experience wholesome. or as it was intended, like they did with Metro game. Do you guys remember that bullshit? We are selling you a Ranger difficulty as a microtransaction because that's the way the game was meant to be played. It pissed people off to such a degree that they reverted the decision. That's what I'm saying, people. You have the power in your hands. You just gotta recognize bad decision making, and that comes from education. By being educated about the games and why a lot of the things today that are being done are not good for the gaming itself. But you can't know that if you don't have a frame of reference, right? You just can't. It's impossible. And so these people from before, our parents, even our own peers, there weren't many gamers back then. We were basically we were definitely not mainstream like gaming is today. Everyone plays games today, but a minority of the gamers have any kind of reference from the times before. So it's in the end it's a matter of education and knowing that they are doing something bad. But you can't know that if you don't have a frame of reference of something better, right? So I think that's one of the bigger issues. They think this is the norm. The modern shit is the norm, that's how things should be. And they believe, for fuck's sake, really, they believe the lies being told. Get a cyber arm, big dick tits. I stopped DD2 again, it just feels like dev trolling. They're testing what they can get away with. Yeah, I also think that they sold New Game Plus as DLC in like Dragon Infinite Wealth. First day. What? Yeah, the problem, John, with the YouTuber shields. Yeah, exactly. We were nerd outcasts. Exactly. What you said, John, Larian, really, and BG3 really woke up the AAA industry to maybe showcase how things should be done, and they did. Fucking kudos to Larian, man. Kudos to goddamn Larian for standing their ground. I respect the hell out of them for doing that. We're creating a full game from start to finish. You don't need DLCs, you don't need anything. The game is fucking finished. And it's fantastic. And there's so much love put into that game, so many details. There's your voice casting. Fucking voice acting in that game is phenomenal. The characters are phenomenal. Every character has a meaningful story. I mean, it's fucking... That's what you do. If you want to create a game, as Jessica in Fresh Off the Boat would say, if you want to do things well, right? That was a terrible Asian impression, but if you watched the sitcom, it's not a sitcom, it's a comedy series, whatever it is, then you know what I mean. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of YouTuber shields who promote crap to get clicks. Yeah, mate, that's the unfortunate thing about working on YouTube. Because if you want to be relevant, you need to get games fast. If you want to get games fast, you gotta suck up to the big crowd, meaning to the publishers. If publishers don't like what you are saying, they will not give you the games anymore. And that's a problem. If you don't continue getting games, then your relevance will soon be substituted by someone else's, because algorithm is going to promote someone else, and then you get less views. And then it starts to play tricks on your mind. Why the fuck is that happening? I didn't change anything. I didn't change this. I didn't change that. Should I really keep the channel going like this, or should I change some stuff? It's not an easy decision to make, but that's why there are sellouts in every part of industry, meaning musicians, movies, gaming, YouTube, any job. There's a sellout. There's always potential to be a sellout. Some people are not. Some people are. I can't fault them. I know pain of working on YouTube, but then again, I went through a more. I chose a way more difficult path to do things with the guides, with niche genres such as RPGs and so on. But it went well at first. But it's not an easy thing. Then when the views start to drop, it really plays on your mind, man. It's that's the thing. No one is prepared for the ups and downs that the YouTube brings. People think that it's just like that. It's not. It psychologically and emotionally plays tricks on you. Suddenly you are successful, you have money, you have this, oh, for fuck's sake. Over encumbered on both fucking sides, really? Fucking really? So yeah, it's a difficult thing, man. It's a difficult thing, and today's competition is drastic. There's so many good YouTubers out there, especially when it comes to RPG gaming and so on. So it's difficult to get through it all, man. It's difficult to get through, to choose your own YouTuber to watch, maybe an alternative to the main one, and so on. It's very difficult to get a proper look at everyone who deserves it, because the algorithm just does what it does, and then you have a problem. And if you can't make money, because this is every day, all day job. At least it was for me until this year, when I started taking weekends off after 10 years. Because I can't keep going the same way I did before, and I don't want to do things like that anymore. Just not worth it. But yeah, it's not easy, man. It's not easy going through all of that, I gotta say. And I can see why people just start to change their approach. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You are selling emotions today. Who can be emotional, who can create hype, who can create hate. Those are the people that the algorithm loves and likes. Who can make people laugh in a family-friendly way. That's what YouTube wants. That's what the algorithm wants. And the algorithm does what the algorithm does. You are at its mercy. And it continuously does those ups and downs that can really play with your mind, man. It's not easy seeing that you can live off of this job one day, and the other day you cannot, because your channel got shut down, or the algorithm decided to screw you completely. It's not easy going through that. So I can see why YouTubers need to fight their battles the way they want to fight their own battles. Some are sellouts, some are gonna keep being themselves, some are gonna try to overhype things, some are gonna try to overhate things, some are gonna cover all the current news because that's current and that always works well with the algorithm. Some are shadow banned. It's not an easy job, people. It's a very, very nice job to have, working from your home and playing games and all that. Yeah, that's all wonderful. That part is wonderful. But then you do reviews. Then you put your opinions out there, and then people shit on those opinions. Some agree, some shit, some don't even value anything that you've said, even though maybe you worked a day and a half or 2 days on one video, but they just disregard it like it's nothing. And then, I mean, then you just scream at the screen. At least watch the fucking video. I mean, you don't have to agree, at least watch the video. And so on. It can be a very difficult job to do in terms of the economical perspective, the psychological perspective. In that department, it can be very challenging. And we all want our time to be worth something, our time spent with someone or something to be worth it, right? To pay off eventually. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, and I can't blame anyone really for doing what they're doing. I can't blame Extra Life, for example, for doing what they're doing to drive viewers on Twitch. Because look at Twitch. Look at fucking women doing crunches for $10 and I don't know what. I mean, that's just fucking pathetic on so many levels from both sides. I mean, I can't fault those women either. I just can't fault them. They are doing what they're doing. I mean, they're sluts, but and they will be labeled as that, and then they can't really go back and say, well, you can't really say that. We are not sluts. Yeah, you're literally selling yourself for money, right? Selling your looks, selling your whatever. That's called a slut. It's fine. Be that, but then don't take other people for not wanting to do anything with a girl like that, right? You chose that path. There are consequences to that path. And then those kind of people have millions of viewers, donations. So someone telling me that Extra Life doesn't deserve a push, any kind of push to battle those fuckers. They are much more cool. I mean, I haven't watched their streams, but I'm guessing you're gonna learn, or at least watch something far more quality, and someone that is skilled at gaming, and that is at least good at something, right? That has something to show. So yeah, I don't mind them doing that at all. To drive the algorithm towards them. I don't mind it. Because they at least have some fucking quality behind their work, right? Unlike fucking crunches in a schoolgirl outfit. Jesus Christ, man. Get a fucking girl, tell her to get that outfit on herself and let her jump on your goddamn dick. It's fine. You don't need to pay others. You need to pay these pathetic people. Not pathetic, but these exploiters of patheticness. I mean, people just don't have the balls today. That's the problem. You don't think girls want to get fucked? Yeah, they do. Of course they do. That's what I try to convey to people for a long time now. Forget about girls like you take them outside of bed. Yeah, they are nice, they are this, they are that. You don't want to be rough. You don't want to. You want to treat them as they should be treated and all that. But man, trust me, every girl I ever was with, they want to get. Alright. And that's great, because that can create so many good things in the relationship. And that's necessary to keep the dynamic going in the relationship. Otherwise, what the hell is that excitement gonna come from? Then you have a kid, and then you get distanced from one another even more, because there's no intimacy. They love to be pushed in certain departments, and that's definitely the department they need. So these girls that are doing it for the money, they know that we want that, and we know we don't have the balls to do that in the real life. So they exploit the patheticness and lack of confidence in men, which is now at an all-time high. And it's sad, man. It's fucking sad. I really don't want that for men. You know what? I would start a counseling sessions for young women and men, so to not make mistakes in life like I did. Make some mistakes, even though I was always trying to be the best best that I can be for the person that I'm with. That's not easy, but it pays off. It pays off, and it's just that people have this vision of women. Men have this vision of women as something unattainable. No, man. Every girl I was ever with wanted to do nasty shit, and that's great. That's how it should be. If they want to open up, they would have confidence enough and the trust in you to ask you to do that shit with them, right? But you gotta get that confidence, you gotta get that trust, otherwise they can't have that trust in you if you don't show it somehow, right? And by being insecure, you're definitely not gonna get anything. You're gonna get cheated on, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. We all need physical intimacy. Well, most of us. And that's one of the best ways to keep the relationship fresh and nasty. Because what you gonna do, Jesus Christ? Are you gonna keep it exciting outside of the bedroom? How? How can you keep that going? It's monotony of life is present every day. It's present every day, and it's continuing every day until the weekend comes. And you gotta offset that somehow. Dragon for complete version, 100 and... Jesus. Who the fuck is hitting me all the time? Sorry, I went in a little bit of a rant. But I'm just trying to help people. To understand some things. Total War Warhammer is ridden with YouTube shills. Probably. Yeah, I get to see a little bit of how it is running a million sub channel. He only made it to million because he never stopped. YouTube hates him. Who did, mate? Milk and cookies is the worst. Working for yourself can be tiring because you kind of never feel off work. Yeah, Deacon. Twitch is the biggest level of degeneracy on the planet. Well, have you ever seen a site called Rotten? I don't know if that exists. We were watching that back in the day when we were kids. I don't know if that site exists still. But goddamn, that was some nasty shit. You get bored of sex if you don't have a way to keep it up, to keep the dynamic up. I never got bored in sex in my life, and I've did all sorts of things that people wouldn't believe. The levels I went with, and I never get bored. Always had insane amount of fun. Have a fucking half a day, half a night, not half a whole night sessions with my girl, and it's fucking brilliant, man. But you gotta keep it interesting. Gotta keep it coming. Keep the ideas coming. Thankfully, I have a good brain for that and good skills, so I know how to do that. I know how to how to persuade. But of course, it's not everything. No one said it's everything. But it's the best way to keep the dynamic going. That's the difference. It's the easiest way to keep things interesting. And the connection that you have with your partner after doing nasty shit, it goes to another level. I always say there's two trusts. If you haven't found that out in life, then you didn't push your partner enough to have insane amount of fun. There are two trusts in life, in a relationship. One is outside of the bed, and one is in the bed. If you can, and in the bed, you gotta let go of your egos. That's the biggest issue. People have preconceived notions about about themselves that they wouldn't do stuff. We would all do bunch of stuff. Just gotta get introduced to it properly, and that's where floodgates open. Little by little, you start pushing things, and then it becomes fucking better, more interesting when you see what your partner can do. It's fucking the best shit ever, man. The best excitement you can ever. Well, I don't know. I can't say for you, but at least for me it is, and it never wanes. It's always phenomenal. But anyway, enough about that. In the US, men enrollment in college is down 75%. Yeah, I can see why. Why would you go there? ACG finally made it to 1 million. Took forever since they kinda shadow banned him. Aha, ACG. Yeah, me and my girl watched UFC 300. We fucking loved it, man. Phenomenal show. I just felt bad for Gaethje, man. Jesus Christ, I felt bad for Gaethje. I mean, I like Max and I love Gaethje. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, if you like MMA, you like Max Holloway and Justin. But man, dude get his nose broken in the first round. Gets eye poked in both eyes. Gets kicked in the fucking nuts. Okay, that's not. Everyone did probably on that card once. He went 5 rounds and then he stood on the middle in the center, knowing that he was out, that he was not in the best shape to do it, and struck it out. And then Max, bam. Man, I felt bad for Justin. I can't describe that feeling. I fucking... Kudos to Max. Not taking anything away from him, but Jesus, man, I felt bad for Justin. I love that Diego Lopez. Both of us are huge fans of Diego Lopez. That Diego Lopez kid is something else, man. Stupid haircut, but... Just a second. Then Rakic and Prohaska. God, I mean, I love Yuri. I fucking love Yuri, man. Yuri and his style is just something else. What the hell is that guy made of? Yeah, I mean, that was bullshit. Bo Nickel and Cody Brandage on fucking main event when Yuri and Rakic are on the prelims. What? They are both bigger stars than fucking... At least they should be. I mean, Bo Nickel is a cool guy. I like him a lot. But it's not his fault. Of course, he's gonna take the opportunity. He would be dumb not to. Oh yeah, I know what they are doing with Bo. And he, as I said, he is doing a good job being smart about it, about the approach. But damn, man, Pereira, what Pereira did to Jamal, holy shit, man. Holy shit. Alex Pereira is one of the weirdest fighters that I've seen. Well, actually, Yeri is the weirdest fighter that I've seen, but Pereira also, I mean, his style, he looks so hittable. His head movement is not good. His defense in general is not very good, but damn, when he hits you. Did someone say that bastard has managed to strike harder than Francis Ngannou? Did someone say that? I think on the event itself. I think someone mentioned that. Because that's fucking crazy, man, if that's the case. Alright. We are going to now... there's a camp over there. Let's rest up. Well, actually, let's save the guy over there. I mean, it was really an epic event. I gotta give... And kudos to Dana for giving 300k to people. But I think Diego Lopez should have received another performance of the night. He did a clean, dominating job. Ah, come on, stop huffing and fucking puffing. That's incredible, man. Imagine Alex Pereira hitting harder than Francis Ngannou, because that's just incredible. And the women's fight, Zhang versus Yan, phenomenal fight. I don't usually watch women's fights because they're mostly boring, but this fight was fantastic. Lately, women's fights have been really, really interesting for the most part. I haven't watched yet one championship, mate. I really need to get on it.
Friendly face. I might be so. I fear there are none else to whom I can turn. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but we're gonna skip the quest for now. He's gonna get back, I'm not worried. Let me guess, there's gonna be a dragon here fighting. Fighting with an ogre, cyclops, whatever. Weak fight, because the dragon wins easily. UFC lately had some phenomenal fight night cards, man. We were watching every single one, and it was quite incredible. Oh, I don't have a camping kit. Oh, fuck off then. Alright, Port Crystal, you're going down. Fairy Stone, use... Yeah, sure, Burnworth. Let's go.
What should I get up?
Aha, the stamina gain should be insane. Why do you mean the stamina gain should be insane? I didn't play Thief yet. Maybe I should. But Thief is OP. Oh, what? Yeah, you deal with the wolf. Yeah, since you have one save, what the fucking dumb design is that? That's one of those designs when I think they really just want to shit on gamers. Let's resurrect my pawn, my mule. My precious. Yes, Tito, yes. Aha, you gain more stamina per level when playing Thief. Ah, okay. And now this is, for example, a potential situation where he's gonna kill a couple NPCs, and if it's an important NPC for a quest, then you have to use the Wake Stone. I don't think that he will, cause he's stupid, but it's a possibility. But there's the thing, there's no point in continuing your save because there's no challenge in New Game Plus. There's nothing to do. Really, there's nothing. You're gonna walk through everything even easier than you did before. And what then? It becomes incredibly boring game in New Game Plus because there's nothing in New Game Plus. Nothing worth experiencing. That's why I deleted the save and wanted to start again. To be challenged. Which I'm still waiting, but at least... actually no, I died a couple of times. I died. If the enemy AI is better, that could really lead to much more enjoyable experience. Come on, aim at the fucking head. There we go. I mean, it's a fucking Cyclops, man. You'd expect Cyclops to be able to, you know, do some shit. No. Alright, resurrect the pawn, my mule, and let's go. Gotta level up the vocation. 2. Look at him. Bold, fat, short and beautiful. Looks like Chico Caetano, the sidekick of Zagor from the comics, from the older comics. I don't know if any of you have read that comic, but I loved it as a kid. I don't know if that's the real name of that comic book, because in Croatian it was Zagor. What did I... Lazarus Led. I read that one. Loved Lazarus Led. Tex Wheeler. Captain Mark. Damn, those were some good comics. I don't know if any of you remember those. Oh man. Have I found any talking dragons yet? I haven't fought the dragon yet, no. But they all talk, somehow. They are conveying the message from the big ass bad dragon that we see only once. I should say this, only once. Okay, I think I'm ready. Let's level up. My mule is now free of weight problems and it can pick up 2 more flowers before his weight goes to very heavy again. So that gives me plenty of time to work, meaning it gives me 10 more minutes of playtime before I need to deal with the inventory problems again, probably. These are mostly Italian comic books. But if you ever want to read a phenomenal comic book, I'm gonna type it in. Fuck the Marvel bullshit. Even though they have some good comic books, same like DC, but oh, Dylan Dog, yeah, that one. I wholeheartedly recommend those. Wait, Tex Wheeler. Let me see if that's is that also an Italian comic book? Yeah, also. So anyway, if you never really read these, I wholeheartedly recommend. My favorite is Lazarus, but every single one of these comic books is phenomenal. But then again, I read them as a kid, so I don't know if they would stack up. They were more mature than the other comic, more mature than Marvel and DC and things like that. So
Come take a look. You'll be...
Okay, let's sell onyx. We have one onyx. We got money. That's nice.
You did. Always a pleasure.
And now let's waste another fairy stone. Oh wait, vocation. No, no, no. Oh, almost forgot. Almost forgot.
Have you come to be while it is admirable to devote, particularly if you are eligible for a special vocation? Have you found any of the items we...
Oh, nice. Ring of Triumph, finally.
Just perchance.
Acquire equip skills. High Frigor. Spellhold. No. Solemnity. Silence as a target. Never used it. Don't see a point. But maybe it does help against dragons. Did anyone test Solemnity on dragons? Because that might work. I don't know. Alright, core skills. No, augments. Intervention. Reduces the duration of debilitation you are afflicted with. The only debilitation I'm afflicted at this point is Dragon's Dogma 2. It debilitated me. No, it didn't. I'm busting balls a little bit. We are now mage rank 7. What I want is exaltation. So we gotta play with mage a little bit more. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's play a little bit with the fighter. Then I'll change later on. I'm sick of mage. Look at it. Oh, that's a cool look, by the way. Huh. Not a bad fucking looking bastard, eh? Now, skills. We need skills. True deflect. Yeah, we need true deflect. Weapon skills. Airward slash. Shield bash. Those are the basic ones. I mean, I'm gonna equip them, but these are not the ones I want. Endurance increases maximum stamina. Yes. Magic defense. Yes. No. Ambuscade. No. Okay, let's go. Yep, my most fun vocation so far. But I didn't play warrior yet. I really want to play warrior. And I will eventually. Boosts magic. No, we can remove that ring and we can use Ring of Triumph. That helps us a little bit with everything. Okay. And let's go to the equipment. Look at us. Now, look at this team. This is funny shit. Come here. Come here, you ugly fucking bastard. Come near me. Oh, I gotta take a screenshot of this. Come on. Come on. To me. On the sun. Look at it. Look at this duo. Fantastico. Fucking hell, man. I look like I'm about to eat him. I don't know why this guy makes me makes me laugh so much, my main pawn, but goddamn, I love the bastard. I love chucking him in the water as well. So much fun. Seeing it bloop, dropping down, drowning. We draw. Let's see, what do we have for a soldier? A soldier. We have Stealth Virtue, Strength 3, 54. Okay, that's the best one so far. Let's pick it up. Then we have Superior Round Shield. No, we have Shield of Wormwort. Strikes 100, 150. Oh. We're going for Shield of Wormwort. I don't want to spend money if I don't have to. We will definitely enhance and upgrade what we can, but I don't want to spend money right now. Gauntlet Petticoat. Yes, we're going with that. Then for my beautiful feet, I'm not gonna wear a cape, although that lupine thing looks fucking cool. Alright. Oh yeah, I gotta also withdraw a fucking camping kit, because why the hell not? Modest, mundane. Can we cook with modest? Nah, we're gonna take it. Alright. Equip. Look at that simple, beautiful looking sword. Fucking love it. Okay, it has an advanced handle. But I like it a lot. Howling hood. Slashing resistance 10. Let's keep howling hood. What the fuck is this shit? I'm not gonna wear that. What is that fucking shit, man? That's a girl's outfit. Yeah, fuck that. We're gonna buy something else. Although I do look like Conan the Barbarian a little bit, but... Chad and Dungeon Dealer Duo. Dueler. I like the way Roman swords look. The sword kind of look like that. They need to be able to hide the helm. Yeah, is there an option to hide the helm? Alright, let's move. I'm gonna put some stuff. No, not withdraw. We're gonna deposit some stuff in. Like this. Oh, Gazer hood, yeah, definitely. That's something we picked up. Okay, you don't need that. You don't need anything, actually. Just put everything in there. 1 second, please. Put that hood over there. Put that shitty-ass thing over there. Blessed waistcloth. I don't think that weighs a lot. Hide helm DC likely. DLC likely. Let's see. Well, these bastards are not gonna have good enough gear, so what we're gonna do is take ox cart to checkpoint rest town.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Hey there, Hanker. Doing alright, a little bit tired. Alright, let's do this shit. Now it's a different playstyle completely. I haven't played Sword and Shield in a while. But it's definitely gonna be more fun. Hold on! Hold on! Oh, fuck off! You weak ass Conan. Ah, shit, I'm forgetting I have a block.